Bikes that you might compare this to would be like the Concorde, or possibly the Hayabusa, or maybe the BMW K1300, or the BMW K1600 GT. What's up, guys? Sean here from Srkcycles.com. We have a 2012 Yamaha FJR 1300. I love these bikes. These are a lot of fun to ride. Let's go take it for a spin. Trying to put my glasses on through my helmet, put my gloves on. How you guys doing today? You having a good day? I lost my gloves, the M1 Moto tank gloves. I don't know what, they're somewhere in this building, but just put them down somewhere. All right, turn the key. Guys, let's do the words of wisdom. First Timothy 1:7. For God did not give us a spirit of timidity, but a spirit of power, of love, and self-discipline. Amen. That's why I'm riding this 1300 cc monster. Haha. I really enjoy riding this bike, and the best thing about it is I've got that little Bible verse card mounted at the perfect spot, so no one knows how fast I'm going. No one knows that I'm actually doing the speed limit, is what I mean. Let's talk about this bike, and let me talk about why I love it so much. First of all, this is a extended. A lot of people like to extend these the handlebars up a little bit higher. This one is no exception. This one has been extended. It looks like about maybe 2 inches higher or closer to me. It does really just kind of, it gets it rated to the exact point that you want it to be. A little bit less aggressive. Another cool thing about the FJRs is you got the heated grips. You got the adjustable up and down windshield. That is an aftermarket windshield. And it really just gives you that range, you know. Let's say you're riding right now, I want some wind in my face, bam, put it down, get that wind in my face. Let's say I don't, I'm riding on the highway, I'm going real fast, put it back up. Let's say I'm getting some rain, put it up. You can do whatever you want with it. It gives you that range that you don't have to change it, and it just makes you a little bit more comfortable while you're doing what you need to be doing, which is riding and just being awesome. Ooh, the grips are on right now, and they're getting all nice and toasty. Even though I don't need them, let's turn them off. So, this is a 1300 cc motorcycle, inline 4-cylinder, transverse, I think I said. Connected with a 5-speed and a shaft drive. And we are flashing low on fuel. This bike does get 41.3 miles to the gallon, which is pretty impressive. And it has been dynoed, not this particular bike, but a bike like this at 125 horsepower at around 8,100 RPMs. So it's a pretty powerful bike. It is not light though. To put this in perspective, the average 600 sport bike is going to weigh in at around 400 pounds. The average 1,000 liter sport bike, probably about 50 to 60 pounds heavier than that, depending on which one you get. This bike is weighing in at 668 pounds. So it's no spring chicken. But it is extremely, I mean, that it puts that 125 to the ground, and it is a super fun bike. So what makes this bike so good? And let me talk about the bikes that this compares to. Bikes that you might compare this to would be like the Concorde, or possibly the Hayabusa, or maybe the BMW K1300, or the BMW K1600 GT. You know, bikes like that. These, you know, sport touring bikes, or possibly the Honda VFR 1200. Is the VFR? That sounds right. Which you don't see. You never see those bikes ever. They're awesome bikes. So a sport touring bike like this is made for just what we're talking about. Sport touring. It's made for going fast and being very comfortable. Now, a lot of times you think of sport touring riders as like, yeah, just one old guys, and you're like, yo, I'm a 600 guy, man, I ride fast, and those guys are slow. What do they need all that power for? That's what you're thinking. Well, sport touring bikes in most countries, like Europe and stuff like that, sport touring riders, they do two things. They go really far, and they go really far really, really fast. So these bikes are made to be cruising, and for you to be comfortable at 120, 30, 40, 50 miles an hour. Just, let me look at the speedometer. Yeah, it goes up to 180. So it's made for you to be comfortable at cruising at these high speeds for a long period of time. And if you've ever had a chance to do it, you would know that it's comfortable, way more comfortable than doing that on a super sport. These bikes do a lot of things very well. They are fast. I would, with the right rider riding this, and possibly the wrong rider on a 600, even a decent rider on a 600, I think you would beat them for most of the race if you were going to race somebody. Even though you got a little extra weight to it, this has the power band. You have a lot more power right away with that 1300cc motor. These things handle good. These things are great in the corners. You take off the traction. Is there traction control on this one? They can do wheelies. They're great for wheelies. You get your gear indicator right there. Going the speed limit, you can see, and this is very comfortable. Now that is an extended windshield. It's a bigger windshield than stock, so just kind of, you're gonna get a little bit more flex in it. Yamaha makes a great bike. These bikes are reliable. They are tons of fun. They're great in the corners. Put your girl in the back, put her luggage in the saddlebags. You have no room for your luggage after she puts her stuff in there. But don't worry, you're a man. You don't need anything but the clothes on your back. And you have this little compartment right there. Now something real cool about the little compartment, if the bike is off, you see it right there, if the bike is off, if the key is out of the bike and the bike is off, you cannot get in that compartment. It's locked. I know you're trying to jam stuff in there, so it's actually a little tiny, like, locked glove box. So you could put your cell phone or some keys or your wallet in there. I mean, if a guy really wanted to get in there, just pry it open. But it's not as easy as you might think. It's not as easy as just popping it off. So it is kind of a cool little safe spot to keep your stuff. You can see this thing just creeping up on the RPM. All this thing wants to do is just go fast. All this thing wants to do is just go the speed limit, which is exactly what we are doing right here. I do love these bikes. They're so comfortable. I spent a lot of time on super sport bikes, and on long trips you really start to wear, and your butt starts to hurt and your back starts to hurt, and if you have someone on the back, they're just putting all this pressure on your wrists. And a bike like this, you sit on this thing and you're like, man, I feel great. I could just ride forever. Now apparently the seat might start feel a little bit hard. This bike does have little highway pegs that give you a different position. That just, I mean, trust me, if you're on a big trip, you're always looking for a slightly, mildly different position. Even though these pegs are like only about a foot, maybe 18 inches forward, it's just a different position and it feels great. Haha! Alright guys, that wraps it up. This bike is for sale. Check out the walk around video. This is a fun bike. We actually sold this bike to the guy who sold it back to us. I love it. We're gonna clean it up a little bit, make it look all nice and shiny and perfect. It's a little bit dirty. Guys, check out the Bikes and Beards channel. We got some cool, awesome new footage on there. A kind of a brand new series. You gotta check that out. If you're looking at buying a bike or any bike, check out Srkcycles.com, where we ship bikes all over the country. Remember, I'm Sean, and remember, it's not what you're riding, but where you're going. We'll see you guys later. If you like that video and you want to see more of them, click on the subscribe button. And if you guys didn't know, we also have a motorcycle dealership, Srkcycles.com. We sell and ship bikes all over the country. We have one of the largest inventories in Lancaster County, Pennsylvania, which probably means nothing to you because you probably don't live in Lancaster County, Pennsylvania. But we have a decent amount of bikes. So check out the first link on the bottom is the website, Srkcycles, and we'll see you guys later.